I don't know what's happening here. Come on, I could have went 3 times. My goodness. Are you planning on going? It's like trick-or-treating. That's why it's so busy. YouTube, it's Pyro Ned here. And I just found out why it's so busy, because it's like trick-or-treating night for all the little kids in Warsaw. So everybody's heading into the city. And I have no reason why, because it's Warsaw. Anyways, we're gonna head out of town so we don't have to deal with this. I'm gonna close my visor so you can hear me. First of all, YouTube, I learned something new. My wrist had been hurting. Not my right wrist, but my left wrist, the one I used to grab this massive clutch lever. And I spent some time over lunch reading online about newbie rider errors. And a lot had to do with the weight on your handlebars, not grabbing them too tight, stuff of that nature. But I don't really grab my my bars too tight. I try and hang on mostly with my legs. I told myself when I got a bike I wasn't going to get into that habit. So I've been trying to keep a loose but comfortable grip on everything. But I was like, why the heck is my wrist hurting, my left wrist? So I did some more reading, and they said chances are you're pulling in the clutch a lot more than you need to. You don't need to pull it all the way back. You just need to get it out of the friction zone before you shift. So I was playing around with it at lunch, and sure enough, I had been pulling the clutch all the way in. And now that, first of all, I was like, why can't I shift? This thing shifts terribly when I pull it all the way back. Well, duh. I had like 3 times the clutch travel that I needed to change gears. So now that I figured that out, I'm trying to get used to just pulling it past that friction zone and changing gears, and things seem to be moving along a lot better. I think my wrist feels a little better, but it's still sore from the long ride yesterday. But that was because I was clutching like a newbie and just grabbing a handful of clutch. See there, I'm only going to pull it in a little bit. You guys can't see, but I've only got it just past the friction zone. So it'll let me go into first. And this guy is gonna go, okay. And we'll follow him, and then we'll see some shifting. See, it's a lot easier to shift when you're not freaking pulling the clutch all the way in like a noob. Anyways, that was my newbie rider tip of the day. You don't need to pull your clutch all the way in. You just need to pull it in enough to get out of the friction zone. So let's pick up where I left off yesterday with things other drivers do that bug you. I worked a little later, so we don't have as much time. It's already getting dark and it's kind of cloudy. But one of the things I see a lot, and I would say on the expressway maybe half the time, maybe a little less, but people are driving and playing with their cell phone. I understand that a lot of people use satellite radio, and a lot of older cars, believe me, I had one, manual windows, manual locks, bottom of the line radio. They don't have hands-free. So you might reach down, you might change your radio station. Okay. You could argue that looking down and changing your radio station or changing the song, skipping a song, takes just as long as looking at a normal radio and doing the same. But you don't need to be scrolling through your iTunes library. I don't think you really need to be doing that. That's where I botched that takeoff last time. That was a little better. And then as far as talking, hands-free is in almost every newer vehicle, I'd say. And if you don't have, oops, I guess I ran out of gears. If you don't have a hands-free device, you can pick up a Bluetooth device for next to nothing. What I did, I have a 2005 Dodge Magnum, and it had the older style radio, which didn't have hands-free. So for $100 plus I think like an install charge of $25, I had a deck installed in place of my factory radio, and it came with Bluetooth, hands-free calling, a USB port. It was amazing. So if you're going to be on the phone that much while driving, do everyone a favor and go out and spend $30 for a Bluetooth headset, or upgrade your deck so you don't have to have a phone glued to your face when you're cruising around. We're gonna go right here. We went straight here last time and I was not impressed with the road, and so we're gonna go right. Clutching is so much easier now that I'm not grabbing a handful of clutch every time. Oh, am I gonna regret this? But so distracted driving. I have no tolerance for people who are distracted driving and doing something stupid. It's fun on a motorcycle because you can just stare at them and then they look over and they'll usually flip you off or something if you keep staring at them because you're making a scene and they're on their cell phone and they're like, oh, what am I doing wrong? But even in a car, I like to mess with people that are on their cell phones. Like if someone is, my favorite is the no hands texter. They have both hands off the steering wheel and they are texting with both thumbs. So my favorite thing, as long as no one else is around, is to honk the horn quickly. Kind of like my no turn signal rule. I'll honk the horn and just watch them kind of toss the phone in the air and look up like they're gonna run into someone. And then I laugh and I usually get flipped off, but wow, this road isn't any better than the last one, and I'm kind of right in the middle. And there's a car coming up behind me. Oh, this road is pretty terrible. And it says 10 miles an hour, so I'm kind of nervous about this corner. I'm actually going to take it slow. This guy is going to get upset, but whatever. I want a motorcycle. We're going to take it slow. I shifted gears mid-corner. Look at that shift. Shifting is so much easier now that I'm not using the whole clutch. Cows. Say hi to the cows. Those cows are in that guy's front yard. Well, food has to come from somewhere. Be it a farmer's pasture or a farmer's front yard. Oh, this is my favorite road. We're gonna turn on to my favorite road. Boom, 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 boom. And it's a hill start, which is gonna be fun. Oh no! I stalled my bike. Like a newbie on a hill start. This bike likes hill starts. Come on, bike! Oh, this is where I saw the cop last time, so we're not gonna do anything reckless. We're just gonna cruise around here and wave at people. I did change my camera backing. The GoPro comes with like a closed case and then it comes with a skeleton case. Yesterday I was having a ton of problems with whistling on my camera. Luckily my video didn't pick it up too bad. but it was fairly annoying. So I put on the completely closed case, and that problem seems to have went away. My mic was disconnected for the first part of the video. All you got was static, so I hope that isn't the case this time. I did go out and buy the GoPro mic adapter. You can get it on Amazon for like, I think it was like 14 bucks or 15 bucks instead of their site, which is 20 bucks. It's still a ripoff because it costs like 50 cents to make the thing, probably less. But you pay for the GoPro name, and I figured I have this camera, I might as well get a decent cable, even if it's the same as the $10 one. $5 in free shipping. Really wasn't worth the hassle to me of buying a junky cable and then having it not work. So I went and I got the GoPro cable, and then I got a cheap mic. I'll put it in the description. It has like 100 feet of cord, which is completely outrageous on a motorcycle because you're not like giving a presentation on this thing, you're just riding. So I tucked the cord, the mic inside my cheek pad. I've been trying a couple different locations, haven't really noticed a difference in noise. It comes with a little, I forgot what they're called, but it's like a baffle you put over your mic, a little fuzzy thing. But that thing came off, like every time I tried to put it in my helmet, it would just pop right off and then be stuck in my helmet, so I stopped using that. I run the cord down from my camera into the back of my helmet where I have it kind of tied off with a twisty tie, and then I run all the extra cording down my back, which it's kind of, it's tied up so it's not too far down my back. It's kind of like if you had a hoodie where the end of the hood would be. I don't really notice it, but it's probably not a good long-term solution because if I go down on my back or something, I don't think that'd be very comfortable to have all that cord back there pushing against me. There's a dead animal up here yesterday. We're gonna see if he's still up there. Yep, there it is. There's that dead animal. He's all over the place now, but there's no one really behind me. So I'm watching for deer. I'm paranoid that the deer's just gonna jump out and destroy me. My boss's boss's boss, twice related, stopped by my cube today and told me a story about how one of his friends cut a deer in half on a crotch rocket and ended up on his back. He was okay, but the bike wasn't. The deer obviously was in multiple pieces, but I really don't want to hit a deer. That wouldn't be a fun ride, especially not in jeans and not having like a back protector plate or anything. There's another cop. There's a lot of cops on this road. I don't know why. Oh, I guess it is 55. We'll chase him. Yeah! My boss told me I need to stop making sound effects in my videos, so I'll stop making sound effects. And if this goes to 30, I'm gonna jump on it, and then I'm gonna do my first highway video, except for the goodbye to girlfriend video. I got a little bit of highway on there, but we'll see if we can see anything interesting on the highway. For those of you who aren't familiar, 30 is the main highway across Indiana. You can find it on a map. Just go to Fort Wayne and look for 30, a main road heading west. That's the road I'm about to go on. It's full of psychos and cars that don't stop. I'm gonna actually have to pick it up. I'm gonna be going down this road because this is kind of like a busy road. Nice Mustang. That was a yellow light, and this is gravelly. That lady gave me a dirty look. Oh, I can't make noises, sorry. Oh, it's only 50. I mean 55. Oh, and there's a combine. We're gonna stay away from him. That ended poorly. Over the top of it, and that's, my face was almost in the gate. Oh, look at that. I think this is 30 up here though. I'm not really super excited about going on 30. It's a divided highway with a speed limit of 60 miles an hour. 65 is where you're safe. Anything less than that, you're bound to get run over by a semi. So I'm not entirely excited about going on 30. But we'll see what it's like. I've yet to really go anywhere on an expressway, so this will kind of be the first time on the expressway, on the, well, not expressway, highway on this bike. Thought that was a cop. I am going to be a little ninny when it comes to taking off here. Maybe not. And I'm going 70. We're not going to do that again. If there's a road that cops watch, it's this road. I'm just gonna get comfortable. This road's fairly easy to ride and speed on because it's flat. Wow, okay. First impressions on a main highway going 65. This bike is really stable. I feel like I'm going 45 or maybe even 25. I can see how it's so easy to speed on a motorcycle because right now I'm doing 5 over the speed limit and I keep wanting to go faster and not noticing it. And it smells like, oh, that almost like threw me off my bike. That was terrible. It's not loud at all. The Scorpion helmet is quite windy. I do have the visor locked down. There's a train, just one engine, 2 engines hooked back to back. No cars. We're racing a train, people. This is the ride of the century right here. We're freaking racing a train. See that, YouTube? How many of you guys have raced a train? Probably everybody that lives in Indiana, at least. Anyways. First time on the highway on this bike, and it feels like it's crawling, and I'm doing well over the speed limit. I'm doing about 5 over. Cops watch this thing like no other, especially on work days because it's the main commuter road for Indiana. But I want to just pin it and go because I feel like I'm sitting still. It's like it's this weird urge. I can see how one of these bikes would get you in a lot of trouble. Cause it's got a lot more left in it. I'm at 6 grand, so I'm right at the power band. I don't think I have any more gears. I'm gonna check. Nope, no more gears. So I must be in 5th. There's no way this has 6 gears. Top gear, 65 miles an hour, and I'm about between 5 and 6 grand. And the power really starts to come in at 6. So you can feel the bike just saying, I want to go, I want to go. And there's the Honda dealer. They had a Kawasaki Ninja 300 that I sat on before I got this bike. And that was my dream bike. I really wanted that 300. Please don't pull out in front of me. Thank you. I really wanted that 300. That would have been a great starter bike. But it wasn't meant to be. So I got an R6, which is so far a great starter bike. Signal with my hands, signal with my signal with my body. Oh, you really gotta watch those bumps. Well, anyway, YouTube, it's been good. Thanks for watching all my videos. I appreciate those who comment. I appreciate those who put content online. I love watching your videos. I try and comment, like, subscribe. If you have questions, leave them for me. I'll try and cover them. I haven't gotten any questions, but I'm always open to questions, comments, suggestions. So thanks for watching. Stay safe out there and have a good night.